What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Total Specialist. This is week 10, day 3. There's a couple things I want to talk about real quick, but let's just quickly get this Larson out of the way. 315 for our single on Larson. This was probably the only lift in the week that I didn't pull back super drastically on, and I think that I benefited from it. So we had 285, 295 for ascending triples on back downs. And then we had 2 sets of 6 with 255 for our tertiary bench, if you want to call it that. So this footage looks a little weird. I'm sure you're noticing. That is because I filmed this on my phone. So what you're seeing right now is phone footage. I left my camera at home, and I didn't realize until halfway to the gym. So luckily, I just realized that I guess they must have done a software update. I'm kind of not really paying attention to these things that much anymore. But now if you have an iPhone, you can record video and listen to music at the same time, which is one of the reasons that I, didn't want to use my phone. I was going to just bear it, but it ended up working out just fine for me. So I guess I was worried about all that other stuff for nothing. There is one more thing about this footage that you probably noticed in the title, but I'll talk about that when the time comes. But overall, this bench press session was just fine. The intensity was just fine, and there were no issues. So let's move on to dumbbell anterior delt press. We're out of focus, apparently. But we had 3 sets of 9 with 60. I didn't push the shoulder presses as much as I wanted to last block. So hopefully in the coming blocks, or I guess this final block, we'll be able to push the dumbbell overhead press and actually set a PR on this lift that used to be a staple of my routine. This is my primary vertical press. I didn't do a lot of barbell overhead press before. And as a result, I haven't hit a PR on this in a long time because I rotated the dumbbells out and focus on barbells for my main overhead press. So hopefully we'll set some PRs. This is my substitute for the crossbody cable tricep extension. These are dual rope extensions. Shout out to John Meadows, rest in peace. The reason I did these instead of crossbody tricep extensions is because both of the Matrix cable crossovers, which make crossbody tricep extensions super easy, were taken. So I did the dual rope. I think it simulates what the crossbody tricep extension does. I think it simulates it pretty well. I do like the crossbody one a little better, but this is a great substitute. And, I had 2 ropes that were available. Nobody was using them, and nobody complained. So got away with it. We got incline dumbbell curls. I dropped it to the 20s for 2 sets of 12. Not much to say. Incline curls are surprisingly difficult for me. Any curl is going to be difficult for me. Maybe I'm just thinking about my technique a little too much. You think that could be the case? You think I'm being too much of a technique cyborg? I'm not too sure. Finished off this footage with incline shoulder Ys. 2 sets of 12 with the 15-pound dumbbells. This is one of those exercises I'm contemplating swapping, and it's actually not because I feel like I've reached my upper limit. It's because I'm not sure if I'm doing them correctly. I'm not sure if I've been doing them correctly the entire time. Sometimes I feel them and sometimes I don't. I don't want to swap them just because I think they're good for mobility purposes more so than anything, but I'm not too sure if they're doing what I really want them to do. So I'll think about it, but like I said, I might not swap anything for this block. Now, the second thing you'll notice about this footage is I've attached day 4's deadlifts to the end here. And the reason I did that is because I went into that deadlift session and I got through my deadlifts, and then I was feeling some GI distress and had to leave the gym. Now, I did come back and finish the rest of my session, but I didn't record it. I thought it would be weird if I showed up in a different outfit. I just decided to throw it in here. Started off with a top triple at RP6, 330 on the bar. This is the weight the program gave me, and it was way too light. In contrast to the Larson press, the deadlift is the lift that I pulled back the most, and as a result, I feel like I undershot so significantly that this day might not even elicit a response from my muscles. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. This single was at 340. Supposed to be RP5, but shrug your shoulders, guys. And then these back off triples, 2 sets of 3 with what was supposed to be 290, but I screwed up and forgot a 10, so it ended up being 280. You're going to have to forgive me on this one, guys. I'm going to chalk it up to it's a deload, and nobody really cares, so show me some grace here. But hopefully in the next block, we'll be poised, we will be focused, and we'll be ready to make some gains. I'll see you there.